we're pretty transparent. Would you be, Deb and I try to be pretty transparent with everybody? Yeah. And we've gone through a season, and we kept asking ourselves, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong? What is it that we're doing wrong that we're going through all this? That's the wrong question. Yeah. That's the wrong question.
Turn yours on, son.
All right. Is that on now? That's the wrong question. To ask yourself what you're doing wrong. We would do that. We'd sit there, because we would not go upstairs other than to take a shower. That's it. We didn't have no desire. We were just frustrated by the whole thing. We were allowing it to press us down, and we kept saying, well, what are we doing wrong that this is in like this? Are we not sewing? We tithe regularly, but it's like, are we not sewing right? Are we done that? It's a wrong question. See, and the Lord showed me this a week ago at Brant's at the prayer conference. It wasn't what we're doing wrong, it was what we're doing right. Because if the enemy can take us out, now we understand, you know who we are. We don't think we're anybody special, right? But we're the pastors. If he can take out the leadership, he can take out all of us. Okay? And so he had us reeling for a long time. That song is a perfect example, because there's a line that says, you may be down for a moment. You know that everything is a moment in this life. It's but a brief moment, and it's gone. And that's the reason why there's so many suddenlies. Is because it seems like, you hear about these guys or gals, either one that all of a sudden break it big in music or break it big in acting, and they say, well, where'd they come from? They're just like overnight success. Well, they've been doing nightclubs for 100 years, But they all of a sudden overnight success. Well, it's because it suddenly happens in life. It's that moment. It's changing. The word says that in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, things change. Okay? And he says, you might be down for a moment, feeling like it's hopeless. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw this in. This is not director. I'm feeling for the Cubs fans today, and they're feeling like right now it's hopeless, and they can't get that way, nor can the team get that way. Okay? So, but a lot of times we get our backs up against a wall where they're at, and they woke up this morning thinking it's over. They can't think it's over, right. Because it's not over. It's not over till it's over. Now here, and then it says that's when he reminds you that you're an overcomer. Now then, all of a sudden in my mind, you know how my mind works, just like it's like a short circuit, and it goes up here, right? Rocky Balboa quote flashed before my brain.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that. But this is the best quote out of all the Rocky movies, as far as I'm concerned. You can hang your hat on this. This is almost worthy of being scriptural. Okay? No. Paul would have wrote this. Said, "Let me tell you something. You already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it." There's the key. If you let it. So if you're going through struggles today, it'll keep you there, and then you can be beat to your knees, and you can stay there only if you let it beat you to your knees. He says, you, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. Life hits you hard. I tell kids when I do counseling with young people, and all of a sudden they turn this magic 18, and all of a sudden they're adults, and they're out of high school, and all this kind of stuff. So you were on a gravel road up till now. It was a 2-lane, slow gravel road, everything's fine, but as soon as you hit adult life, it's like hitting the interstate. I used to have a GPS that would go. It had Darth Vader's voice, and it'd go, now entering hyperspace, or whatever it was, as you entered into a freeway or whatever. And that's exactly true, because like everything's going by you so quick. He says, the life will hit you, but it ain't about how hard you hit. No, please don't try to quote something you don't know.
That's going to hurt.
That was going to hurt a long time. Ain't about how hard you hit. Ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. How hard you can take it. And you know what? We don't take it on our own as believers because we're overcomers. Christ is there every step of the way with us. We're never alone. We're never excluded from. That's why fellowship's important. That's why everything, the Word's important to work in your life. It's because nothing can take you out unless you let it. Okay? So we have to keep in our mind. It's not what we're doing wrong. It's okay. The enemy's mad at what we're doing right. Okay? And we've been doing it right this year with the quickening. And next year is going to even be better than this year. I feel it in my spirit. And I'm excited because nothing can take us out unless we let it. Amen? Amen.